State, touchdown, blah.
Welcome back, Bears fans, ladies and gentlemen, to the Everything Bears Show. Your home for everything Bears. And oh my word. Oh my word.
Rivalry engaged.
Please, Packers fans, do join us. File in, find your seats, and please show up tonight. Yeah, don't pop in here and go, oh God, they really went live on Wednesday. I'm fucking out of here. No, show up, take it like a man. Let's go. And FGB's in the chats. Yes, sir. D Rosler. What up? And yes, thank you for listening to that in headphones, because there's a lot of low end in that song. Yeah. Thank you, sir. That beat knocks.
Yeah. What a great week to be a Bears fan in Wisconsin. I tell you. Perfect example of how this goes in Wisconsin. I'm at work. 2 customers come in. One has a Bears stocking cap on. Another one has a Green Bay Packers hat stocking cap on. The Packers hat looks over to the guy in the Bears hat, and he removes his hat and puts it in his pocket. No joke. That's exactly how it went. And I just sat there and just smiled and nodded. And I looked over at the guy in the Bears hat. I said, bear down.
Right. We could show our bare asses now.
Yeah. What a great time to be a Bears fan. Unbelievable week. I feel sorry for anybody who might have went to bed early and gave up on our beloved Bears. Might be one of us who was commenting in the chat that might have done that. I don't know. Maybe Mr. Rossler. But yeah, so it's listening to local sports radio up here this week has been a treat. An absolute treat.
They're absolutely. Let's address the 400-pound elephant in the room real quick. The Packers. We're past 2 minutes. We are the coach, our coach. Okay, Ben Johnson, the man, saying fuck the Packers, fuck them. Number one, as Bears fans, we're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck them is right.
Yeah, because we all Bears fans feel this way. We all say this to each other. That's what FGB is all about. Now, this guy's saying it in the locker room despite George McCaskey not liking swear words. I don't want to hear profanities. But he does it. And then here come all the sore losers. Packers fans, you guys are the bunch of the worst losers I've ever had to come across. I've never heard so much whining and crying. And, oh, yeah, Ben Johnson really showing how much classless he is. He's classless. Ben Johnson, he no class. Like, really? Oh, but you were applauding when Aaron Rodgers like, I still fucking own you. Like, and you guys were like, yeah. Like, you fucking sore loser baby fuckers.
They're entitled fans that don't realize just how good they had it for the last umpteen amount of years with going from Hall of Fame quarterback to Hall of Fame quarterback. Well, guess what? You guys are now in a reality check. And the quarterback that you currently have is not going to be the next Hall of Famer for the Packers. And you're paying him $55 million a year.
How's that feel?
Choke in the playoffs.
How does that feel?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And now that we have a sustainable team and a coach, listen, hey, if this was a one-off, this is a different narrative, but this isn't a one-off. Guess what, man? This team is here to stay.
Yeah.
So this thing
for a long time. Get used to this for the next 10 to 15 years, Packers fans. Yeah, the Iceman just ripping your heart out and ripping your heart out and ripping your heart out. Get used to it. Yeah. Thank you for crashing back down to reality of, oh no, maybe our team isn't very good. Maybe the Bears are, again, their arrows going down and our arrows going up. And it's just, it couldn't feel any better from our end of it because you assholes have been insufferable for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
It's our turn.
Record? What's Rogers' record? You're right. Hey, listen, you want to throw out some crazy stats? Mitch Trubisky, Justin Fields, and Jay Cutler has beat the Packers a grand total of 3 times in
Oh,
time with the Bears combined. Cutler
oh.
2 wins,
3?
Justin had 0, and Mitch Trubisky had 1 win. Last I checked, Caleb Williams is 3-2 against the Packers already.
Huh.
Beat you in a year with the head coach of Eberflus, and actually by that time Eberflus was gone. So
Oh, yeah.
interim head coach, no real offensive coordinator, and yeah, so
there's that.
yeah.
Yeah. Welcome.
I
Welcome
guess
to
what,
the
guys?
new era.
Mhm.
Bears are, to me, in my opinion, have solidified themselves as kings of the North. And here's why. We go into this wild card weekend 1-1 versus the Packers in our season matchups with them, right? We split.
Mhm.
So here we are, wild card weekend against the Packers at home. Not only is this to advance in the playoffs, this is like our rival, and we're 1-1. And our coach wrote a check we didn't know he could cash by
Yeah.
beating LaFleur twice a year, right? So there's a lot on the line. And so to win and win in the way that we did, the Packers got Aaron Rodgers. You know, you're flying high. You thought you were just going to skate through the second half. Caleb rolled his ankle and looked like he was in a lot of pain there for a second.
Mhm.
Very Aaron Rodgers-ish, right? Aaron Rodgers would do that shit to us. Oh, God, his leg or his foot or his ankle. And then
Yeah.
come back in the second half and trick roll our ass, to quote the Wedge.
Yes. One of my favorite phrases.
Okay.
You got
But
trick rolled.
we did it to them. Okay. Defense comes up with big stops. Their offense can't move the ball. Dennis Allen made adjustments and Matt LaFleur didn't. And as for
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, my God, how much praise can you sing of this young man blossoming in front of our eyes? Not to mention the national narrative before this wild card game was already kind of beginning to turn for
Mhm.
Caleb. Now they're all Shady, McCoy, Sam Acho,
Cam
all
Newton.
of them.
Yep.
All of them. Dan Orlovsky, all of them are like, oh, yeah, no, this guy's the truth. He's the truth. He's the man. Like, well, we already knew that. Thank you for catching up with the rest of us, but we already knew that. But now that's it. The narrative's like, and now you got these national pundits going, I think they could beat the Rams. Like, that's where we got you now. That's where you're at.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
You saw the NFL picks, right? I mean, there was it's basically a split room. I think maybe the Rams got 1 or 2 more people picking them versus the Bears, but you know, you think about where we've come from, and as Bears fans, when we've had big games like this in the past, you went into the game expecting the worst.
Yeah.
And listen,
God, yeah.
it was still there for a lot of people. But yet, yeah, especially after the first half, right? You're like, why, as Bears fans, do we not deserve a big statement victory? Right?
Yeah.
But guess what? The team delivered it this time.
Yeah.
So we can walk a little bit taller. The orange is a little bit oranger in our gear, right? There's a different spring in our step. You see another Bears fan, and you don't have to commiserate with them. You can high five them instead, right? And just be like, you know what? We deserve this. We deserve a long run of sustained success. We've put up with the 90s and the early 2000s, and now it's our time. We finally have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Finally.
Huh. That's amazing. And coach and coordinator
And
coordinator
coach at the same time.
That's a beautiful
For a long
thing.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
let's hope that Ben Johnson is here for the entire career of Caleb Williams, however long that might be. And we have a coach that at the end of 15 years, we're saying, wow, now everything, do we have a big Ben Johnson on the team or,
Oh, yeah.
So we got the Big Johnson on the team and
The
Big
Big
Dicka.
Johnson. Yeah, that's right. We got the Big Johnson out there, and you could see like SNL like rehashing
Yes.
that skit if the Bears make it to any sort of championship or Super Bowl. They're going to pull that one out.
And how do you not take advantage of Dicka and Johnson, right? I mean,
yes.
just this stuff writes itself.
It's right. Low-hanging fruit. It's right there for the taking.
Literally, yes, just dangling there.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yes.
Oh, man. But yeah, so like I've definitely been walking around with Bears colored glasses on since that victory, walking around work and like I own the joint and, walking around the grocery store like, yeah, this is my fucking grocery store. And then I have bumped across a couple of guys with Bears gear on because now we're coming out of the woodwork now.
Yeah.
Loud and proud.
Yeah.
Because we've always been ashamed, but not no more. Not no more, man.
I mean, let's break this game down, right?
Let's do
That's
this.
what we're here to do. So Bears come out first quarter and it's right away, right? The first drive.
Yeah.
We're like, and here we go. The offense is on fire. They're marching it down. They're looking great. They're running the ball. They're converting first downs. The ball's going everywhere. Caleb's looking sharp, and then it stalls.
Looking sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just stalls out. 17 plays they ran for 59 yards, and it ends like this.
And they chewed up like half the first quarter.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at the 14, incomplete pass to Rome, 5-yard run to Swift. All right, so now you're 3rd and 5, and we throw another incomplete pass. You got to settle for the field goal, right? Ben Johnson early on took the points. And then it starts, the downslide. Before we get into the downslide here, ran into a Bears wearing hoodie fan at Sam's Club in Michigan. And he had a stocky cap on. That's right, man. They're everywhere right now.
Yeah, we're out now. That's it. We're out.
We are out of the closet. Yeah. So
loud and proud, and we're here to stay. Not like that.
And then the wheels fall off, man. Right? We're up 3-0, and then the wheels fall off. 11 plays, 85 yards, touchdown. Next second quarter, 12 plays, 87 yards, touchdown. 10 plays, 32 yards, touchdown after we felt like we had to go for it on 4th, right? So now we know what this is going to be, and then we escape into halftime with McGanus missing a field goal, right? Pretty sure that happened there.
He was the Bears MVP of that game.
He was. Missed field goal at the end, which probably ignited the flame of the comeback, right? Oh, definitely. Yeah. It had to have. Going into halftime, you finally have something to hang your hat on, and then the second half happens. You want to take third quarter from what you remember, and I'll interject?
I mean, if you've got the drives right there, you'll recall it better than me because it was such a blur. What I will do is color commentary in between your running down the drives. So what I noticed was Caleb Williams yelling and screaming, showing lots of fire, and he's yelling at teammates, mind you. And as a Bears fan, I'm like, hell yeah. We haven't seen that ever. And Justin didn't do it. Mitch wasn't doing it. Dalton, nobody was doing that. And, again, on Twitter, everybody has a problem other than Bears fans and other tough coach. Rex Ryan loved all the yelling and screaming, Caleb, because all the greats do it.
Yeah.
Tom Brady screaming his ass off at his guys. Peyton Manning,
Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
Drew Brees, the best quarterbacks. And they weren't yelling at their players. They weren't like, you fucking retard. They weren't doing that. They were just like, block and like do your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like, dude, we have that. We have that now. I like the kid is commanding this team now with the help of Ben, of course, but he's under Ben's wing and this combo. But but that's what I remember him being very fiery. And due to that fire, the team was excelling and making big plays.
Yeah. So this is, to piggyback off your comments with Caleb, right? As Bears fans, we had no problem with it. Myself, hey, you know what? If you stop a route, he should jump in your ass for sure. But then on the sideline, it's fiery speak. This is what we got to do, keeping the troops engaged and everything going. Literally, I think you saw the next evolution in Caleb Williams in terms of being the leader and the face of this franchise for a long time.
Yes.
And as a Bears fan, let me tell you, after listening to local media, the number one knock on Jordan Love that callers were calling in and talking about was his leadership skills. As in, he has zero.
Lack thereof.
Yes. He is not a leader of men. He is one of those that likes to let their play talk for itself. And hey, there are plenty of good leaders that do that. But in your quarterback and the captain of your team, you absolutely have to have a guy that is going to ramp up the accountability.
Right.
And the Packers don't have that. And they're not getting it from their head coach either. And we see it from the head coach on down and these veterans that they brought in. Yeah. You can't tell me that Tooney's not, whispering in people's ears. I watched the Dahlman Edmonds press conference, and Dahlman pretty much echoed the same thing. He's like, listen, none of us took it as Caleb was yelling at us. He's fueling that competitive fire, and he's telling us what we need to do to be more competitive in this game. Right. And we're all okay with that. And that's coming from your Pro Bowl center.
Yeah. Well, I think that's how like football players are. You got to think, man. It's like you're out there in a battle, right? You're putting your fucking your limbs on the line. And if your quarterback is skittish or quiet and he comes in the huddle and he's calling the play, you're not really too confident because the guy's not really showing that masculinity, that leadership,
the machismo. So,
that machismo. So now that Caleb's doing it, yeah, man, the guys are going to rally around him and be like, fuck yeah, this is what we need because this is our head guy, like it or not. Your quarterback is the face of your franchise. This is your leader. And that they see him evolving into this. Oh yeah, buddy. I would absolutely think that a team, wants that and craves that and needs it.
Yeah.
The successful teams have the quarterbacks that are like that have that characteristic. And Caleb's our boy, man. And I think it's a huge, you got to give flowers to the coach because like what I think one of the things it's a cliche in the football world, but the team is a direct reflection of the head coach, like period. And the fact that this coach is so fiery, he's animated, he's passionate, and all these things are starting to trickle down to the players. But most importantly, Caleb Williams. And now he's going to personify that personality trait of his coach onto the field and lead these guys into battle.
Yeah. What was the knock on Caleb Williams coming out of college? That he wasn't maybe mentally tough enough for the position?
Crying with his mom and whatever
that
was.
You know what? If you lose big games, I'm fine with that, man, because you have a lot invested in that. But you know what? You got to be the pillar that everybody stands on,
Yeah. This is 100% facts here, D. Rosler. Up here, everyone's calling Williams a bum or a one-hit wonder. They're just nervous. We finally found a real QB. Exactly. No, they're terrified, bro. They're terrified. Are you kidding? They are, because they're like, oh no. Oh no, the Bears are going to be winning the North for the next who knows how many years.
Yeah.
So it makes them feel better to go, oh yeah, he's a bum. It's a 1-year wonder. Yeah, no. Not with Ben Johnson. Because Ben Johnson is a maniacal offensive genius who's going to throw wrinkles into all this shit that he's showing us this year. Defenses might as well erase it, because next year's offense isn't going to look like this offense. There's going to be so many new formations and wrinkles, and yeah, they're scared, bro. They're scared.
So, getting back on track here, right? We went on that leadership tangent, which you and I were talking about it in the chat. Like, yes. Okay, so halftime comes. McFlurry makes his adjustments, and they didn't go very well. Dennis Allen cranks up the pressure, and LaFleur, in multiple press conferences, comes out and admits they did not handle the pressure very well.
Yeah.
They started bringing 5. They had 5-man protections and still letting a free runner go. So they were coming from every which way. Packers come out 5 plays and punt. 5 plays for -2 yards. And then they punt. Okay. Bears come back off of that, score a field goal. At this point, we're still like, what the hell is going on with the offense?
Right.
We need to punch this thing in. Then the next drive, Packers have it. 5 plays for 8 yards. They punt again. Caleb Williams comes out, throws an interception down on the goal line on a 4th and 1. Ben Johnson, why the fuck are we not running the ball there? I will take my chances with Monungai in our offensive line versus a free fucking rusher coming through and having to throw up a fucking prayer.
Yeah.
God, I was so fucking pissed.
Mad. You got to give the ball to that Kyle Monungai there. Kyle Monungai!
Rushing for a first down.
I love that
Bear
shit.
down.
You got to give him the ball there, man. But I think, again, man, the coach, Ben Johnson, that's my only critique. But he's smarter than me, okay? But I'm just a simple caveman, okay? But he forgets that he's got the second-ranked rushing offense in the entire NFL. He forgets from time to time. And it's like, when it's 4th and 1, don't forget that, please.
No.
Use it.
It was less than a yard.
I know.
Like, bro, I do the tush push. I don't even care if you snap it to Cole Kmet. At this point, you fucking want it in Colston Loveland's hand. Because that guy just seems to magically find first downs, whether it's 3rd or 4th down.
We'll get to Colston too later in the show, but because my God.
So they throw an interception, and here, in my humble opinion, is where the game turned. Traditionally, after the Bears have a turnover or they pin a team deep in their own territory, what happens? They go on this huge long drive, 85 yards, 12 to 18 plays, and they score a touchdown. Not this time. 6 plays for 23 yards. They punt the football back, and now the 4th quarter begins. Buckle up, right? Because we know how crazy this 4th quarter was. Just to recap it, the Bears scored 25 points in the 4th quarter alone.
Ridiculousness.
100% absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it was a firestorm.
Yeah. So this first drive starts off really funky, right? 7 plays for 2 yards. They kick a field goal. They are now within 12 points. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, 13 minutes, you're down 2 scores. The defense has gotten a few stops. How many more do they have left in them?
Mhm.
They had a few. Okay. They had enough. Let's put it like that.
They had enough. That's right.
Packers come out after that field goal, run 5 plays for no yards, and have to punt again. And then the magic starts to happen. Bears receive the punt, run 8 plays for 66 yards. Caleb Williams hands off to DeAndre Swift for 6 yards, and we finally crack the end zone. Okay. And you're like, all right, come on, defense. Whenever we score, you've had a tendency of giving up a score.
Yep.
Right back. You hand it right back to them. And sure enough, that's what happened. Packers receive the ball, go 9 plays, 64 yards. They run that screen to Golden on the outside.
First touchdown of the season for him there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in the regular season, Caleb Williams had more receiving touchdowns than he did.
Than their number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
Or first round draft pick wide receiver. Yeah.
How did our 2 draft pick receivers do, counting Loveland? I think they did okay this year.
They did pretty good this year. Yeah.
But the Bears come back and they answer right away. 13 plays, 81 yards in 2 minutes and 18 seconds. So they score quickly, which is what they had to do. And at this point, there's 4 minutes, 18 seconds left. Loveland, another huge reception for the 2-point conversion. And now this thing is magically within 3 points.
3-point game, man. Yeah.
You're like, okay, defense, do you have another stop? And you were asking the same thing, right? Because with 4 minutes left, Josh Jacobs being healthy, you're thinking, okay, they are just going to try to run this thing down our throat. They go 13 plays for 48 yards. They stall out on the 26th, and then McAnus comes in and shits the bed. Field goal wide right. And then us as Bear fans at this point, the defibrillator is plugged in and cranked on high.
Those pads are well warmed up.
We're already putting the gel on our chest, right? Like, let's get ready. Let's get ready here, right? So what absolutely social media gold is all the people that were holding up like fans to their TV and blowing the ball wide right, or sitting there blowing the ball wide right. Absolutely gold. I appreciate all those social media posts, and damn it, it worked. So
keep them coming.
Yep.
Too, yeah.
Now Caleb Williams has the ball, getting ready to set up for a game-winning drive. All right, 2 minutes, 51 seconds left on their 34-yard line, and the offense gets ready to operate in a silent Soldiers Field. Right? That crowd, kudos to you guys, man.
Yeah, the crowd was phenomenal.
You read the assignment, and you guys nailed it.
Yeah.
Quiet on offense, absolutely ruckus when the Packers had the ball, and for sure, that fourth phase played a huge part in this game.
Oh, yeah. They said the stadium was literally rumbling, shaking. Yeah. The earth was shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The commentators on Prime literally said, I think the building's shaking. They weren't sure, but the monitors and everything were shaking. The crowd was going nuts. So the drive starts off, 1st and 10 at the 34. Caleb Williams drops back to pass. Incomplete, deep right to Colston Loveland. Come out on 2nd and 10, trying to get this drive started. You need that first down to really get into the drive. Caleb Williams drops back, completes a 12-yard pass to Colston Loveland, and here we go. Green Bay calls a timeout to try to conserve time because they know what's up. The Iceman's got the ball. They're at least, at minimum, going to tie this thing. And if it's anything like the last 2 games, it's coming down to the last play, right? It always has for this season. Bears come out, run the ball to get it to the 2-minute warning. Swift goes right tackle for 6 yards. And then at that point, the Bears come out at the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 4, pass incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 4 with 1:54 left. Caleb Williams from the shotgun drops back, passes short right to Swift, who dances down the sideline for 23 yards, and the Bears are cooking. They're in field goal range. So at the minimum, this game is tied. But does Ben Johnson want to tie?
Not this
Hell, no. He's going for the jugular. And on the very next play, fake quick screen to Luther Burden. DJ releases up the left sideline, wide open for 25 yards, touchdown. Do you know where they got that play from? Have you seen this?
No.
So if you remember back to the Commanders game in 2024, the Washington Commanders ran this exact same play against the Bears for a touchdown.
No shit.
Almost in the exact same part of the field. They faked the bubble screen. Wide receiver, I think it was McCaffrey, releases. So Ben Johnson takes a page out of Bears history and tucks it in his pocket after watching all that film in the offseason. It says, I like this play. We're going to tuck this away for a special moment. And does it get any more special than down by 3 against the Packers with 1:48 left? It does not. So he pulls this gem out. Thank you to the Commanders, Cliff Kingsbury. Thank you for that bullet in this arsenal.
Yeah. Well, not to mention, in the first quarter, they ran a screen to Luther Burden.
Yeah.
In the first quarter as well.
So they set it up.
Yeah.
And that's when you talk about the maniacalness of Ben Johnson, that's exactly what we're talking about, right? Yeah. He sets up a play for the fourth quarter that he took from somebody else that they ran against the team that you are now currently coaching. That is the definition of maniacal.
I love it.
Yes. So at that we're all on cardiac watch.
Oh God, okay. I was dorking out in my living room. Yes.
The heart is racing. We're debating if we want to stand up or just sit at the edge of the chair. So if something happens, we can fall into something soft.
Yep.
And then it happens, right? 1:43, the Packers come out and they run 15 plays. It all started finally with decent kickoff coverage, and we pin them deep. They only make it out to the 28, which it's kind of weird to say that that's deep, but
right.
In today's NFL, that's deep, right?
No kickoff rules, yes.
They come out, and this is where Jordan Love proves to himself that he's no Caleb Williams. He starts to crumble under the pressure. 2 delay of games.
Oh, yeah.
In that time, 1 coming out of a timeout.
How do you like them apples?
Yeah. So they start imploding. And they don't have the leadership or the coach to get them on the right track. We all know what happens. That fateful 3rd down play with 7 seconds left. He drops the snap, again, crumbling under the pressure.
Snaps.
Because the snap was right in his hands.
Yeah.
Montez Sweat was giving him nightmares. Because in that second half, Sweat was actually making himself known.
Correct.
On that side of the ball.
Made his presence felt, for sure.
he might have made a good chunk of that $25 million this year in that last drive.
Yes.
So, and then we all know what happens. Desperation throw to the end zone. The
Yeah,
Bears
right
had
to-
it boxed out,
Yeah. Right to Kyler Gordon.
which he drops.
Who dropped it?
Who cares?
He's rusty.
Yeah. And then all of Chicagoland,
Erupted.
Bears fans across the world go into pure jubilation. Maybe a euphoric,
Mm-hmm.
pure ecstasy, however you want to describe it.
All of those
You're right.
things.
The only time, yeah, Montez Sweat. I'm assuming we're talking about Sweat, not Kyler Gordon, because Kyler Gordon, we heard his name a few times before, and it wasn't for good reasons.
Yeah.
So he was getting worked.
He was getting worked, and they were picking on him, actually.
Yes. And I tell you what, though, man, the kid made a few plays down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Johnson showed up a few key times as well. And here we are. We're on for another week talking about him.
Hell yeah.
So whenever I think about it, it still brings a smile to my face ear to ear, right? Damn right the mask will come out again. It's still here, baby. It's still here.
Ready to go for Sunday.
Dusted off and ready to go.
Yep. Sweat.
I tell you what, man. I'm gonna have to open up a window next time I wear that thing, because that thing was tearing me up, man. I was hot. I couldn't see.
I couldn't see shit out of this thing.
I can't see shit out of this thing. Straight out of Blazing Saddles. That's exactly how I felt. But the mask will come out. That is the playoff mask. So,
I mean, yeah. So, man, what an absolute, yeah. And I don't want to hear shit too, because Packers fans and any doubters or, oh, you guys got lucky. I'm sick of that narrative.
The refs helped you out. No,
because that's not what that was. Okay, actually, the Packers fumbled the ball 4 times that night, and the Bears recovered 0 of them.
Yeah.
So no luck. The Bears defense stopped your offense when needed, and the offense made plays when needed. So you got to play all 60 minutes. That little clip from Luther Burden in the locker room. That's what, and that's the facts. So you got to play all 60 minutes. Sorry. Too bad football games don't stop at halftime.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you guys would have whooped our ass. But the way they designed the game was to go 60 minutes, and so you got to play all 60 minutes.
Micah Parsons even tweeted his team and said, we got to finish it. Yeah. Well, they gave Micah Parsons the finger and said, F you, ACL boy.
Yeah.
Enjoy watching the game from the suite. But we're down here on the field mailing this sucker in. Jordan Love with his smug smile.
Yeah, when it was 21-3.
Yeah. I didn't see him smiling too much after the game, did you?
No. His teammates, also Micah Parsons' teammates, were like, look, man, I already booked flights to Cancun, bro.
Yeah. I ain't canceling that shit.
I can't cancel that.
No.
My fiance will have kittens if we don't go.
I didn't even think we were going to make the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Hell, we lost the last 5 games without Micah Parsons. How the hell we get in?
Right. Oh, man. So, yeah, there was so much to that, man. That 4th and 8, dude, that throw from Caleb Williams, man, that's going to be an iconic moment and theme for him and the organization. How kooky that the exact posture he has, they overlaid the Jumpman symbol for Jordan. It's like, oh, man,
perfect.
Is this like not meant to be? This is meant to be.
It's like some good old-fashioned Chicago karma right there, right?
Absolutely. Vanessa, we talked about it. The ghost of Virginia McCaskey was pushing those field goals over. Okay, that's 7 points. Their field goal kicker left off the board. Virginia McCaskey.
Mm-hmm.
She was out there going,
Yeah.
and he just
Blowing
shakes all those.
kisses to the fans. And as she was blowing those kisses, is blowing those balls right out the middle of the field goal post.
God bless that woman. God bless
It
that
makes
woman.
wearing that hideous patch all season worth it.
I know. Please let's not wear that fucking
No.
next year, please.
Yeah, I'm okay with the smaller version, like sticker on the back of the helmet if you want to do that. Great.
Put a
But
yes, make that patch a
Yeah.
small sticker and put it on the back of the helmet for sure.
Mhm.
Actually, I think that should be recommended. They should do that. Big thing for me too. When I saw our uniforms, I was like, "We're in the all navy."
Yes.
That's my favorite uniform.
Yep.
And then Cole Kmet, I saw him on an interview today with Hogan Johns. He said the same thing. He said he didn't know that's what the uniform was. Like he picked his cleats out for the game like a few days in advance, and he didn't know until that day when they were at the stadium. Like, oh shit, we're wearing all the he's like, this is my favorite uniform.
Mhm.
And I packed the wrong cleats. I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
wear these cleats if I knew I was wearing the all navy.
With the orange undershirt that Swift and Burden were
And
rocking,
Burden, yeah.
and Bayard, man,
Yes.
that uni is fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I hope to God. Because it's George McCaskey. George McCaskey picks their uniforms.
and he went the all. How do
He
you
went all
change it?
navy.
You can't change it for the next game.
When their history, and Cole Kmet says this doesn't matter to him, which it shouldn't. He's a football player. But for us fans who might be superstitious, we look at the numbers. Their playoff record wearing the all navies was 0-4 in the history of the team in the playoffs wearing the all navy. 0-4. So they broke that. How do you not wear the all navy this week against the Rams, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and they're such sleek, awesome looking. It's equivalent to like you might as well be wearing all black uniforms because you got the navy helmet, navy jersey, navy pants. Like, dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, it was like almost like their color rush uniforms, but not
not orange.
the orange. And don't get me wrong, man. I love those orange unis.
Did you? Oh,
I
no.
do. Orange is my favorite color, so like I love the orange. It's just they get waxed in them every time they wear them, so it's like bad juju.
Yeah, well, because it's easy. I would think it's easy for a quarterback to read the defense because you got a bunch of bright traffic cones out there. So you're like, I could read this defense all day.
Yeah, I see. No. I can see my guys from 200 yards away, let alone 50.
Seriously.
So Vanessa says, I heard on the score that Virginia didn't like those. She preferred the navy jersey and white pants. Wow. She was very traditional, and they talked about wearing the navy jerseys and white pants all year, even on the road.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they got the buy-in from the other teams because that was going to be like the homage to Virginia. From what I heard before the season started.
I heard that as well too. Mm-hmm. I also heard we weren't going to wear any variants all season.
Yeah.
We were going to wear the traditional uniform. But we need some new unis, man. I hope they do that next year. Right?
I want to see.
Give me the polar bear.
Yeah. Or the Chicago collab.
Yeah, when how the Bulls do, when the Bulls wear that.
Yeah.
Where it's like the Chicago flag colors, but in uniform, man. Yeah, we need to run that shit too.
Like I'm thinking, hold on here. Let me share my screen real quick because I found like a pair that looked just freaking badass. Like if they can somehow come out with like this here, well, of course there's an ad.
Yeah, like
this
that.
collab.
Yes.
That is fire.
Yeah, give me that all day.
The Chicago flag, the navy with the light blue and the red,
face.
The Chicago colors, like that is straight fire right there, man.
We got to do that.
Yeah, I would be down for that for sure. So, but hell, man, it's Nike. We could do whatever the hell we want.
I know.
Cubs have similar uniforms to the ones I just showed. Absolutely. Those things are freaking sweet.
Yeah.
By the way, talk about a good sports night for Chicago in general.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
The Cubs
see all the
signed us.
stuff that was happening? Alex
Cubs signed
Bergman?
us some huge
Yeah.
slugger during the
Yeah.
Bears game.
Yeah.
Come on, Cubs, don't steal our thunder.
Hey, if you're signing people like that, that's fine. But just realize nobody's gonna know until after the game, and that's exactly what happens. So,
I didn't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
just all the stuff that was going on, man. Like, man, how many years as Chicago sports fans in general have we just been put through the freaking ringer? And now, when the Bears are good, it seems like magically all the pieces start falling in place. Sorry if you're a Sox fan, that piece may never fall in place.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna be
the
a minute.
Cubs are looking competitive. The Blackhawks are looking better.
Yeah.
Their young stars are playing good. I mean,
The Bulls came out to a hot start, but
yeah, they kind of cooled off a little bit. But
yeah,
you never know. In basketball, you could be 10 games that are 500 and still make the playoffs in that league.
and then kick it into gear in the playoffs, right?
So it's just, but there's nothing like it. I don't care. Maybe the run that the Blackhawks had in the 2000s where they were winning cups, you could maybe make an argument that that team was hotter than the Bears at that point in time. But when the Bears are good and they're in the playoffs, there is nothing that unifies that city more than a quality playoff Bears team. And if this thing is sustainable, watch out, man. Like, it's going to be a fun ride, and we're just at the beginning of this thing.
I know. It's so exciting to be a Bears fan now. I can't even put it into words fully because it's kind of unbelievable because, like you said, we've gone so long.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 7 when we won the Super Bowl. 7.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been just a hodgepodge of just mediocrity, no good quarterback play. We've always had phenomenal defenses. We've had a lot of seasons with great defenses, but not this kind of offensive output. And to finally see it, and it is sustainable. They've proven it, where I don't know if this is sustainable to be pulling these fourth quarter miracles off. Well, I don't know. We won the first round of the playoffs, so maybe it's sustainable. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we've beaten this drum on the show over and over and over. Wait until Caleb plays the whole game like he does in the fourth quarter. I think we should like kind of try to pay the guy or gal who runs the clock at the stadium. Just make it say fourth quarter.
The whole game?
3 minutes left. Yeah, the whole game. So that he'll play like that the whole game. But no, when he gets all gelled up and vibed out and the whole team and they're firing off on all cylinders for all 4 quarters, watch out. It's going to be 40 burger town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that night Bulls won, Hawks won, Bergman signed. Someone called that signing the Bears rain delay after the announcement was made. The turnaround started. I didn't realize the timing lined up quite like that, but
no way.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, man. So,
nice job making that connection there.
Obviously referring to the 2016 rain delay in the Cubs World Series, man. But if this team, I'm not going to say when this team wins a Super Bowl, watch out, man. That's going to be one of the biggest parades. I was tempted to go down for the Hawks parades on a couple different occasions. If the Bears, when the Bears win a Super Bowl, I'm calling you, man. I'm picking you up from the airport and we're going downtown.
Oh my God.
And we're going to the parade. We're going to be part of the 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 million people in downtown just going absolutely bonkers.
I'm going to have my shirt off.
Yeah.
I'm going to get frostbite on my nipples.
Because
it's going to be cold as shit. Yeah.
Yes.
D. Rosler. When?
Yeah, Rosler, yeah. Yes. I'm
Rosler?
sorry.
Rosler.
Yeah. Rosler. Yeah. So, you're right, dude. I'm beating the, just beating down Bears fan out of myself slowly but surely. And the language is changing. The mindset has changed. Ben Johnson has coached me up. I'm ready to go. So,
by some weird kind of extension, he's coached us all up.
yes.
Ben
yeah.
Johnson has been coaching us all to forget all those hardships and traumas from the past. Like Bears fans, we all have a trauma bond. That's why when we see each other out of state, we're like, hey, bear down. That's right. Because we're all
stick
trauma
together.
bonded. But he's begun the healing. He's gotten us all to believe. Right? You've been saying this for maybe like 6 weeks now. When it's in the final moments of the game and Caleb gets the ball, are you thinking doom and gloom?
No.
Heavens no. We're thinking like, okay, they
Here we
fucked
go.
around and left us too much time on the clock. Like
They fucked around and it's time to find out. Yeah.
So he's begun to like reshape our memories, and they're recreating new memories. During this off season, I'm going to be watching replays of the season like all off season. I do it now. Like I watch the NFL highlights when we win games because you want to see it over and over and over and over. Woo-wee.
Yeah, the best part about having to rewatch the games this year, we only have to tune in for the fourth quarter.
Although the Bears offense is much watch TV.
Yes.
I will literally like pee my pants to not get off the sofa. I'm like doing a pee dance, like, oh God.
But I should have drank some water, so I had a bottle near me.
Seriously, because I don't want to miss this drive. And oh my God. And yeah, as soon as we go to a commercial break, I book it to the bathroom. But you do not want to miss a single down of this offense because you don't know.
It's must-watch TV. Yeah,
it is.
So Vanessa playing devil's advocate. The first Green Bay and the San Francisco games have kept us grounded. I would also throw in that Ravens game too. That really kind of brought this thing crashing down to earth.
So you nailed it. You beat my answer because I was going to tell her that too. When we lost to the Ravens, we actually wrote a thank you letter to the Bears for doing just that, for keeping us grounded. Yeah, I still have that in our assets.
That thing was pure gold. So if you guys have missed it, take the time, go search out that post Ravens game. I gotta be honest with you, man. Some of our cold opens and our midweek reviews are just gold.
Yeah.
So you make sure you guys we'll get a more solid time, because if you miss our cold opens, shame on you.
Yeah.
They're great.
Well, you know what I'll do actually is I'll clip it and make it a short.
Yeah.
I know it'll be a little after, but for Bears fans who are Bears fanatics, when they see it, they'll get it.
We'll throw it up on TikTok. We're starting to expand our social media profile out there. So if some of you guys are on the TikToker, you can we now have a official TikTok page that we're starting to throw content up. So we'll post a lot of stuff from the season. I mean, this is a two-man crew and we have a volunteer. So thank you, Rossler. We're trying, man. We're trying. We're having a good time with it. So
yeah, thank you so much, though.
Yeah, thank you for joining us week in, week out, man. It's a good time. So we enjoyed. I did talk to Mr. Rossler on the side. I said, if we're going to the Super Bowl, if we end up making it, I have gotten a commitment that some way, somehow, he's going to figure out how to be on our show. So,
oh, nice. Yes.
I have a commitment. So,
yeah, I think that's something that I definitely want to start getting into. Like having guests. It's really easy. You don't need a whole lot. We send you the hyperlink. You click it. We let you in on the stage, and then like you could even have your phone if you turn it sideways with some earbuds. You could join really easily, just like that.
Laptop with a camera, a microphone, or if the camera. Most laptops don't have microphones, but just a little microphone and away we go.
Yeah.
So,
I do have a quick question. 38, 40 of you bopping in and out. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming out. Hit the like, subscribe for us. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just takes you a second to hit the like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Where are the Packers fans at? Huh?
Paging
Where are
Ken
you?
Baker? Where are you, bro?
Ken Baker specifically by name. You were bumping your gums all last show, and I invited you to come back on Wednesday, win or lose.
Mhm.
Even so, if we lost, I'd still be looking for you, saying where you're at. Rub our face in it. Come on, give us the business.
Mhm.
But where are you? Don't be scared. Say something in the comments. We're gonna bust your balls relentlessly.
Mhm.
Take it like a man.
Hey,
Come on, where you at? No,
we took every punch that they dished out, that he dished out.
he
last
commented
month.
all show.
Yeah,
2
it
hours.
is awful quiet up north. You're absolutely correct. I ride home with my window down from work trying to hear anything too, and I didn't hear shit.
Yeah.
So,
Correct.
but yeah, kind of to go into the talking heads up here. Well, maybe not. It's more they're still getting their cheese because there's an awful lot of whining going on up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Oh, Matt LaFleur sucks. Listen,
I love
I
it.
sent you the
I
clip
love
from the head talking head up in Wisconsin, Bill
Yeah, that
Michaels
was
out of
amazing.
Milwaukee.
Wow.
Okay. He is the guy. He is broadcasted statewide. He plays in Green Bay. He plays obviously where I'm at.
So he's a prominent figure in
He
that
is
fan base.
the figure.
He's
Yes.
our Jeff Joniak.
Correct. Yes. But yes, the land of wine and cheese, 100%.
Yeah.
And he, to sum up his conversation, he said that Matt LaFleur, the conversation was, should he be back as the head coach? And he came right out and said he doesn't deserve to come back as the head coach. And listen, as a Bears fan, I'm like, you know what? I hope his words carry some weight. I would love to get LaFleur out of there.
Would I? Fuck.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's these entitled Packers fans
Yeah.
talking all this shit and not realizing or being thankful for what they have. They're like, oh, yeah, what's the point of going to the playoffs every year if we lose in the first round? There is some validity to that. But at the same point, if we went on a 7-year playoff run, I'm sure at the end of 7 years, I might be like, hey, it would be nice to get it past the first round. But we eliminated that conversation in the first year, didn't we?
Sure did.
Because we're on to the divisional round by beating the Packers of all people.
That is the most asinine take I've ever heard, especially we're malnutritioned Bears fans.
Mhm.
When you hear that Matt LaFleur, all 7 years as a head coach for the Packers, they've made the playoffs. Get the fuck out of here with that whiny ass take of we can't get past the first round of the play. At least you make the playoffs, assholes.
Yeah.
We go like years and years and years without
In
making the
between
playoffs.
appearances. Yeah.
Right.
Not
Backing
anymore.
into playoffs.
Yeah.
The Nagy shit, the first playoff appearance with Matt Nagy, that was all defense. That offense wasn't shit. You knew that wasn't sustainable.
Mhm.
And it really showed the years after. But yeah, this is,
It's
bring on the Green Bay rebuild. Yes, Vanessa. That's what I say. Yeah,
pure
go ahead, fire
gold.
LaFleur. Hire Matt Nagy.
Mhm.
Hire Matt Nagy. He's
Do
one
it.
of the hottest coach candidates out there. Let's go. Bring
And
him
when
in.
Jeff Hatley, their defensive coordinator, gets hired out, why don't you bring in Eberflus for your D coordinator too?
Yes.
Just
I love this.
make
I
it-
love this.
Yes.
Keep it coming.
And I don't care if you switch them. Eberflus the head coach and
Matt
Nagy
Nagy
the
the
OC.
OC.
I
Yeah.
guess it'd be tough for him to run a defense, but yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm good with this.
Do that.
I'm 100% good with it.
Have you heard the rumors and the connections about Harbaugh, though? Harbaugh, he's got less than 6 degrees of separation from the Packers organization. Have you heard that connection story?
You know what? I tell you what, to be honest with you, I would be less afraid of Harbaugh than I would be of LaFleur,
Wow. Yeah. Look, man.
especially at this point in time.
So if Harbaugh couldn't get it done with an MVP quarterback and that defense and that run game, he's gonna be tough sledding as coach of the Packers. Matt LaFleur probably has a more modern offense.
Yes. Very much so.
So
you would recycle Ravens coaches, I'm sure. Maybe because it's a high profile job. I mean, all the young up and coming coordinators are up for head coaching jobs, right? The Kubiaks and Shula's, right? So yeah, I mean, and now you throw another prominent job in there after last night with the Steelers. Now there's 8 openings.
Oh yeah.
Right? 3 of them in the AFC North.
That Tomlin thing, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk away from football. Like, okay, all right, Mikey. All right. You need a break. I get it. You need a break.
I'm sure CBS will welcome him with open arms. There's an opening there after Matt Ryan's gone, right? So yeah, it's all setting up.
Bill Cowher on the panel.
Yeah,
it would be Mike Tomlin, Mike Cowher, his ex-Steelers.
Yeah, I think that would be a good fit. I would be shocked if he is not on TV. Yeah, Vanessa, he walked away. In meetings today, said that they're stepping away. It sounds like maybe he knew that he was going to, unless I'm sure if they won a championship, they would run it back. But yeah, Tomlinson stepped away. So of his own accord, he wasn't fired. He wasn't asked to leave. Just done. 17 years after coaching the Steelers. And the Steelers, right, that's the model franchise in terms of head coaches. Look at the last, 60 years? They had 3, maybe 4 head coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're hoping for in Chicago. Hell, I'll be ecstatic at 15 if we're still
just with Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. Like seeing the gray hair coming along.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff there.
Man, you're painting a beautiful picture, brother. You're painting a beautiful picture. Him getting old. You know, we'll be old. He'll be old. I remember when he was fucking young. Okay? He didn't have all that gray hair and shit.
The first era of the Ben Johnson effect. I was there. As a matter of fact, we had this little show called the Everything Bears Show.
And that's where that whole Ben Johnson effect, we coined it.
We invented that phrase. And the nation followed suit.
Oh, my God.
Aaron Rodgers will follow. Yes, he will. I don't think there's any way. And what a way for Aaron Rodgers to go out. I'm sorry for all you Aaron Rodgers believers. Oh, they're going to meet the Bears. He's going to beat the Bears one more time in the Super Bowl.
Sure. Yeah.
Wrong.
Uh-oh.
We will be.
I have one of those too.
Yeah. Yes. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Fuck him. Good riddance.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
I hate those guys.
Discount, double check your way into a dark retreat, buddy. Get the hell out of here. So, speaking of that, man, isn't it about time for Coach Speak?
Oh my goodness. I am so glad you asked.
We're rolling here and the comments are rolling in, but it's about that time. I know we have a few fans of Coach Speak. Vanessa, in advance, make sure you read the disclaimer.
Oh, I didn't put
we
the
are not
disclaimer
misogynistic pigs. It's all in good fun, okay? Courtney catches some hell from us. Just Just a heads up. Rossler's ready for coach speak.
If she'd stop asking dumb questions, she'll stop getting dumb answers.
That's true. That is true.
You know who takes the cake is that other guy. There's another gentleman who asks some very dumb questions we get on. So it's not a man versus woman thing.
No.
Just dumb questions get dumb answers. Doesn't matter who's asking the questions. It just so happens to be through our segments through the months, it's Courtney who gets the shit.
Yes, she catches the brunt of it. She usually starts the shit parade.
But yes, coach speak. Our little version of reading between the lines when coaches have to answer very politically correctly. We tell you exactly what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, let's warm this up and let's fire this up.
Though he didn't leave a whole lot for interpretation this week in the locker room, did he?
He did not.
No.
He certainly didn't. He let us know how he felt, which should make this segment very fun today.
Yeah. Man,
ready? Here we go, everybody. Coach speak. Let's fire it up.
He's all business already, man. He looks like he's already in a mood.
Oh, yeah.
He's playoff ready.
We got, it's a heck of a win for the guys the other day. Watching the tape, it's just credit to them for being able to pull out from 21-3 deficit there at halftime, and defense bowing up in the second half, only allowing 6 points, and then offense slowly chipping away and finding a way there. Last 3 possessions to score touchdowns. I think it was a 66-yard drive, 76-yard drive, and then another 66-yard drive. Special teams played a factor throughout that game. We thought that it's a really good punt unit that they were facing, and yet we were able to get a couple explosive punt returns. Duvernay had a heck of a game for us. Cairo came up big for us. Those conditions, really, Soldier Field this time of year are not advantageous for many kickers, and yet Cairo has proven that he's a guy that we can't not just trust, but he'll come through for us when we need him the most. So that was great to see. I thought the coaching staff did a phenomenal job throughout that game, just staying calm, cool, and collected, and making the necessary adjustments that we needed to make to help our guys out the most. And the veteran leadership, showed up as well, particularly at halftime. No one was panicking or anything like that. And, there's a belief with this team that shows up each and every week. It's kind of who we are here at this point. First playoff game for a number of guys. So not only getting that experience, but also getting their first playoff win. I think that's going to bode well for us going forward. This time of year, every point matters, every play matters, every blade of grass matters. And so we learned that, throughout those 60 minutes there the other night. So
fuck the Packers. Fuck those guys. I fucking hate those guys. Did you get that?
Belt to ass.
Belt to ass.
Collectively, you guys leaned into the animosity of the rivalry. What was the thought process of kind of using that as fuel rather than just being real opposition?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a big game. First playoff game at home in a while, and we hadn't won a playoff game in 15 years or so. But certainly the opponent in and of itself, it means a lot to the city, this organization, and that's something that we certainly play into a little bit as coaches and players. Is we know how big it is when Chicago plays Green Bay.
First of all, I want to thank my wife for getting me one of those word of the day calendars, and animosity just so happened to have come up. So I know what that word is. And I don't think that that's the correct word to use in this place, because animosity to me thinks or maybe implies that we had some fear. Wrong. They were talking all that shit. They wanted the smoke. They wanted the fire. They got it. Belt to ass. They played a 55-minute game. We played a 60-minute game. They talked all that shit. Keyshawn Nixon, where were you at in the post-game presser? Huh? Listen, man, Jalen Johnson went up to old number 9 after he was bumping his gums too. And what you think he gave him words of encouragement? He leaned up to him and said, "Belt to ass, son. Good job making it out of this game with 2 ACLs this time." So, next question. Animosity. Confidence is really the word that you were looking for. Next.
Fix that for you.
Yeah.
Make of the skirmish before the game at the 50.
Yeah, so no one wants to see that. That's not, both teams are highly charged.
I loved it. I actually got half of a chub going when I saw it happen. I couldn't be more proud of my guys. They're an embodiment of who I am, and they're a direct reflection of me. So, when they did that, I had half a boner going. I had to settle it down before we started the game.
That's just not something that we want.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, people have talked about, like, between you and LaFleur, the 2 wins things, the handshakes, beyond, getting this important playoff win. Why is this important to you, or is there something personal beyond that?
This is a rivalry, and city of Chicago, Green Bay, it needs to be a rivalry.
When you see
Listen, he's a pussy back bitch, and I'm a real fucking bitch. So the rivalry is back on. Everybody wants to punch him in the face. I had this vision, this dream, actually, on what our post-game handshake would have looked like. And yeah, it was a quick one, but somebody created a video of what I really wanted it to look like as I'm walking up to shake LaFleur's hand. And I don't know if you've seen this because, our media department put this out. I roundhouse kick his ass right onto the ground. And then I throw the monster right hook to the guy who walks him out too and knock his ass out. Pure gold. That's how I really wanted it to go. But I'm a professional, and I shook hands instead.
And when you look at the rest of the coaches in the league, is McVay the best? Do you look at him as the gold standard among the rest of the coaches?
I think it's hard to gauge who's best and who's worst when it comes to the coaching sometimes, but there's no question about it. He is on the upper echelon. He does a phenomenal job. He has ever since he got to LA. All of his teams are really well prepared.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. He's a good coach, okay? But I'm the new big dick on the block. You understand? I am. Coach of the fucking year. You think I'm scared of him? I respect him. He's a good coach. But it's fucking my time now. Ben motherfucking Johnson. Big motherfucking Johnson.
There's no doubt that he's super sharp in the offensive side, but I think how he does it as a head coach, bringing all 3 phases together is really critical to their success. I think he does a great job. Knows how to speak to the team with the pulse of the team and get the most out of them. I mean, there's a reason why they're in it damn near every year since he's been there.
You get
He has a quarterback, right? I mean, they traded Jared Goff away for this guy who was just older than dirt, and he still has a little bit of magic left in that arm, but he's like the reverse Frosty. When he comes to the cold, he's just going to disappear.
Take the next one.
fired up for that matchup of the chess match between you and him, the way players do when a wide receiver knows he's going against a particular.
Well, when you look at this league right now, all right, where we're at in the season, there's going to be, after tonight's game, there's going to be 8 teams remaining, and all 8 are going to be really well coached. They're going to be really talented. it's just the way it is in the playoffs. Once you get to round 2, round 3, there are no weak links, and I got nothing but respect for the opponent that we're going to play this upcoming week because they're damn good. They're number 1 in offense in a number of categories. Their quarterback's playing at a really high level, MVP caliber level. And defensively, they create a lot of issues for you. And so this is going to take our best foot forward here to win this one this week.
Did you just seriously ask me if I was excited about this playoff game or if I'm getting amped up for this game? It's the playoffs, man. Like, did you just ask me this? No, last week was the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit about this game. Who cares what happens? Fuck that. I don't care. I'm getting cold staying in the city of Chicago. Said no coach ever. Of course I'm fucking excited for this game. Are you kidding me? We win this game, we're one more win away from the big dance. And then if you had any questions if I was coach of the year, now you'll know for sure that I am coach of the year. Am I excited for a playoff game? I don't know. Are you excited to ask that question? Idiot.
There's the belief that
in the post-game locker room, what did it mean to you to stand next to Caleb and then hear him get emotional, choked up when talking about the impact you've had on him?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
Courtney, this is football. Why do you have to make this about feelings and emotions? Did you get my sandwich? Did you prepare my sandwich the way I asked? No, you don't have it with you today? No?
Pickles and mayo, isn't it?
It was pickles and mayo on my sandwich, yes.
You're right.
Okay, so let's talk about fucking feelings about football. Let's bring feelings into football. Yeah. Me and the kid, I'm training him, okay? Much like a Sith Lord would train his apprentice. So we spend day in and day out with each other. I was hard as shit on him when I first got here. You heard him in another press conference say he wasn't sure that I even liked him. And I like that because I'm a fucking winner. And that's how winning coaches coach their players. They don't know if I like them, if I'm going to kick them off the team. They don't fucking know. While I'm being a dick to them, I'm smiling. And that, confuses the guys. And, I get a good reaction from him. You see how well that he's playing? Yeah. So when he gave his little locker room speech, yeah, he got a little choked up because my tutelage was brutal. Coach of the year.
I will congratulate you this week, Courtney. You didn't have to get rewound. So congrats on the clear question.
It was a very short, concise question.
Yes.
It wasn't this long thing where I stopped listening after 15, 20 seconds.
Huh? Selective hearing, we call that.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
See that coming, but it's why you get into coaching is you want to make an impact on the people around you, and it meant a lot. It really did.
And we'd asked you, I think, about Caleb's emotions on Saturday night. The TV copy had him getting in the faces of some of his teammates trying to get him going. You said you talked to him about it or that it would come up. Has it come up since?
We haven't had a chance to sit down and speak on that specifically. We will. I think we're all feeling a certain type of way, and you got to be authentic to yourself when it comes to the game. And we all want to do well. We all want to have success. We want our teammates to do well. And so that's a part of it. And yet there is an accountability factor that goes into it as well. When I turn on the tape and I see a few things, particularly in our passing game, that weren't the way that we had talked about over the course of the week, sometimes you do need to get a little bit fired up just to make sure that the point gets across and that we play better going forward. So I don't shy away from that part of it.
Listen, man, the regular season was under grab for Caleb Williams, right? The playoffs, now he's going masterclass. And those players better be thankful that Caleb was yelling at him and not me, because then you would have seen multiple grown men cry on national TV. Because I wouldn't have stopped. He was trying to be professional. I would have been walking with a limp because I'd be missing a foot because it was stuck up somebody's ass. But in short, I loved it. I love that this kid took the reins and guided this team and willed this team to victory through his leadership. Anybody ask if Tom Brady was over the top? No. And Caleb hasn't even broken a tablet yet this year. So let's not get all emotional about that. I'm good with it. Yes, I liked it.
Asked you over the year about Caleb finishing strong, but the start isn't as strong. Is it a talent for him to push through whatever it is that's bogging you guys down in the first, 3 quarters of the other night?
Yeah, I actually felt like he played pretty well for the entire 60 minutes. There's some things we're addressing here today that we feel like we can clean up and we can be better at in terms of, I get it 4 positions in the first half and we only get 3 points out of it. And yet, we kept, like I said, kept chipping away, and eventually we broke through that dam and turning from field goals to touchdowns there at the end. And so that was just the nature of that game. Yeah, I think we all want to start faster. I know that's been a theme here over the last 2 months of the season, it feels like.
Yeah, so I talked it over with some of the other coaches and Antoine Randall, our assistant head coach, and on Sunday we're going to get to the field a few hours early so that we could talk with the clock management personnel. And when we take the ball on offense, they're going to change the scoreboard to say fourth quarter, 3 minutes left. Just when we take the ball all game. And that should get Caleb's ass in gear to play the whole full 60 minutes as magical as he does in the final 5 minutes of all of our games. I think that should fix that.
Do you think Caleb's just bored with the first 50 minutes? Like it's too easy, so he wants to make it more of a challenge at the end?
Yeah. I mean, he's trying to fast track his legacy. So
Yes.
I would say that's how you do it. In your second year in the NFL, you just want 7 comeback wins in the fourth quarter to really jumpstart. Because, he lost a lot of last year. So he's playing catch up. So he's forcing the magic in his legacy story in this season. So
I think it's actually the McCaskies paying him under the table for these fourth quarter comebacks so that their defibrillator company just goes through the roof.
okay. Yeah. Having these kind of miraculous wins as well might push the stadium talks a little bit.
Yes.
A little bit further along. As of today's news, I think Pritzker said he's ready to sit back down at the table. So it's working.
But we're going to go back to work here, and it's something we address. It's something that we correct and we look to get better from.
And where's your particularly frustrated? Caleb did, back to Pat's question on just his emotions. He looked particularly frustrated after the interception. What happened with him and Luther on that? Was it a miscommunication? Like, what did you see from him?
Yeah. I actually that was.
You want to hear his answer a little bit, or are you ready to
Sure.
answer Courtney?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I seen you were really listening. She came close. She came really close to making that
really
a long-winded question.
Yes.
One of the better interceptions you could have, to be honest with you. If you're not going to convert a fourth down, then turn it into a flip in the field like that's a big deal. So, there was a miscommunication on that play, and that's one that we're fixing.
Is that a mailbox thing where
Courtney. No, he thoroughly enjoyed throwing that interception, Yeah, I was joking around with you because I didn't really want to make you sound like the complete dumbass that you are. Yeah, he was throwing an interception on a route that a guy stopped, and it made it look like he threw it right to a DB. He was thrilled. Actually, he came off skipping. I don't know if you've seen it. He skipped off of the field, all sunshine and rainbows, and then wanted to come over and pet the unicorn that was on the sideline because he was so happy he threw that interception. Or actually, what really happened is he got all up in Luther Burden's ass and told him he better run the fucking route or else he's getting cut from the team. Just kidding, Luther. He's safe. He's safe. He's very good. But he might lose a few reps.
He did scream at him, do your fucking job.
Yeah, do your job. He politely asked him reminded him, hey, rookie, we're in the playoffs, so if you don't mind, can you take a few minutes to do your job today?
Pretty please, with sugar on top?
Yeah. And a cherry. Bing.
Did Luther just think he was open to stop there? You spent
Did Luther think he thought he mailboxed? Yeah, we quickly corrected that as soon as Luther got his narrow ass on the sideline. We quickly told him, you're not DJ Moore. You understand me?
Or
DJ Moore throws mailboxes when he's open. You don't. As a matter of fact, when you watch the tape back, if Caleb would have threw him that mailbox throw, that safety was coming over. So sorry, kiddo. Run the fucking route that I call and do your motherfucking job.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Enough said.
If he hits that post in front of the safety, he probably toasts that guy.
Yeah.
At the very, whatever. Okay, next.
Yeah.
You spent 2 years with Stafford in Detroit, and obviously you've played against him too. What did you take from your experience with him, and what do you appreciate about him?
Man, I've got so much respect for that guy. I mean, you talk about the ultimate competitor. He's one of the more supremely talented throwers of the football I've ever been around in my life. He's outstanding. I think he's a great teammate. But what I think second to none with him is his toughness, physical toughness. Like this guy's gone through a lot, and yet finds a way to will himself onto the field to be there for his teammates. So when you look at him from just a competitor standpoint, like this is a really good player, and he's going to will himself to help his team out the most.
Listen, this Bears team will never be that Detroit team that had a franchise quarterback and didn't do shit. Guess what? We got our guy. He's good. Matt Stafford. We traded him for Jared Goff. Right? But yeah, no, he's great. We loved him. He was great, but we like Jared Goff better. Okay. Anyway, yeah, he has to be the toughest son of a bitch out there because if anybody else steps on that field, that team is garbage. So, yeah, I mean, a 50% Matt Stafford. I don't even know who their backup is.
You beat me. Can you name the backup? No, that's right. So Stafford has to do everything in his power to be on that fucking field.
Yeah. Get him, Booker.
With Ozzy going down, where's sort of your confidence with Theo, a guy who has?
Yeah, I mean, we've got tackles that have played a number of snaps over the course of the season, so your comfort level does go up. There's a reason why Theo was out there, though. We felt really good about the ball that he was playing there second half of the season. And so, yeah, it's another one of those stories where it'll be next man up for us. We've had a number of those over the course of the year, and Theo, if it's his number that's called upon, he'll be ready to go.
Yeah. If you can recall from the first half of the season, Theo was actually our starting left tackle. Now that he's got to come back in, we have full confidence in him and watch our run game improve. because we're going to run the motherfucking ball. We're going to run it this week.
I'll be damned if Braxton Jones gets out there without an injury.
Braxton ain't touching a blade of grass this game.
He looked as a route runner on that one play.
You tell me. What'd you think? I think he hit 16 miles an hour, didn't he? Pretty good.
When you call a receiver screen on the first drive of the game to Luther Burden, do you do that knowing that you're going to go back to a play like that resulted in the game-winning touchdown, or is it just kind of?
Yeah. Sometimes the sequencing of plays early in the game does reveal itself later on in the game. Yeah, that does happen.
It's like playing dominoes. You set them up and you knock them down. And they fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Have you not listened to the Everything Bear show? Those guys know. They know that I am a maniacal bastard when it comes to play calling, and I'm going for the throat. By the way, fuck the Packers.
Ben, you have the Packers comment that you had after the game. It's kind of gone viral since then. What do you make of that? And I guess how much does George McCaskey maybe give you feedback on that, maybe embrace it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, there's a rivalry that exists between these two teams. Something that I fully recognize and I'm a part of. And I mean, there's some, I don't like that team. So George and I have talked and we're on the same page.
Yeah. So I have history against playing against those shitheads in my years in Detroit. So I started to not like those guys from there. And now that I took the head coaching job of their arch nemesis, yeah, it's fuck Green Bay 365 days a year. Fuck those guys. I hate those fucking guys. Now, I know George doesn't like to use profanities. And when I took the job, I actually said those words in his office. And that's what got me the job. So we're on the same page. The only difference is I say fuck the Packers and George McCaskey doesn't.
Nice try trying to tell daddy on me. Didn't work.
Yeah.
Dad taught me that word. Favorite Ben Johnson quote? I don't like that team. Pure gold. When we're talking about Packers, leave green and gold out of the comments, please.
Or you'll get a timeout for 10 minutes.
Draw a circle on the
And
board.
understanding that the MO going into Saturday night was to be aggressive on fourth down. That the specific instance late in the first half where it's 4th and 5 at your own 32. What was your decision-making process in that specific situation?
Well, yeah, I think the previous two games, there's less possessions offensively than I would have liked to have. And so the aggressive fourth down mentality had something to do with time of possession and making sure that we're maximizing our possessions.
Tell him the real answer.
The fucking route was on, man. We couldn't stop shit. So we needed to go for it and try to manufacture some points, man. We were down 21-3. 4 possessions in the first half. If we go the same route and get blown out 41-6 in the second half and for the game, you think I'm going to be, this press conference might be a little bit different? But I'm coach of the year and fuck Green Bay.
It's a strategy we talked about as a team. The whole team was highly aware of it and had a lot of confidence. I think where it gets misconstrued is there's a lack of confidence in your defense when you do that. I think the opposite. I think it's because I have confidence in our defense and their ability to stop teams in the red zone that it makes you more willing to pull out a strategy like that.
Okay, so I had to directly lie to everybody in this room right now because that's exactly why I was going for it on fourth down, because our defense couldn't stop shit. So we were getting desperate and we needed to put points on the board. So we were going for it on 4th down because I didn't trust this fucking defense. I don't know what Dennis Allen is doing over there. You know, I've got 100 different things going on in the game. I can't go over there and ream his ass. So I did what I had to do. I was going for it on 4th down. It worked much better for us in the second half.
I looked over and Dennis Allen was still reading the last chapter of Defensive Coordinators for Dummies. I needed to give him time to finish.
Not a good look, Dennis. Not a good look.
And so, you know, a lot of thought goes into how we want to play a particular game. At the end of the day, it always comes down to what we feel as a coaching staff is going to give us the best chance to win and put our guys in the right spot. You know, and then you go back and you look at it after the game. Hey, was it the right mindset or not? And that's what happens in this league, you know. And I'm never going to apologize for being aggressive or doing things that might be a little bit unorthodox if it's what we deem is best for us to win a ball game.
So at the end of the first half, and time out for the field goal attempt. I'm just curious, kind of overall process and thought process that goes into that. And then did you think that miss, even though it was 18-point deficit, still gave you guys just a little bit of juice in the locker room?
Well, yeah, I mean, you always talk about each week whether icing the kicker is the right thing to do with that particular player, and you try to look at his history a little bit. And yeah, I think we usually have a pretty good feel on whether we want to do that or not. I don't know if it gave us any momentum going into the locker room. You know, you're down by 18 already, so it's not going to feel good no matter what. But you know, whether that got in his head or not, you know, you'd have to talk to him about it. But we felt like it was the right thing to do in that moment against that opponent. And, you know, him missing some of those kicks. And once again, I give a lot of credit to our field goal block team for creating some pressure throughout that game that might have impacted the kicking as well. So.
First of all, give your balls a tug and speak up, son. I can barely hear you. Were we happy that the Packers missed the field goal? I mean, I really wanted to spot them 24 points in the first half to make this comeback look even better, but they fucked it up, and we had to win by 4 instead of 1 at the end. Is that what you want to hear? Did it give us momentum? Next question. I can't deal with any more stupid.
Soldier Field this time of year is not easy to kick in, and so that's why we're very fortunate to have a kicker we really trust.
Say, has that appreciation in Cairo grown as you've kind of lived through some of these games? As I imagine from afar, you could kind of know it intellectually, but to kind of live through it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of credit for Coach Hightower as well, because he's been at the forefront of saying how good Cairo is in these situations and this time of year in particular. And you know, I think Coach Hightower has done a phenomenal job all year long with our special teams unit, and that's just another example of it right there.
Yeah. We're super proud of what Cairo's done for us this season. So proud, in fact, that next offseason we're bringing in 2 other kickers, and he's going to kick for his job. That's what's happening there, because we can't have field goal kickers that can't kick a 60-yard field goal. We absolutely need. We're going to be a high octane offense, and you can't have that without a kicker that can't book a 59-yard field goal. So, totally grateful and thankful for what he's done for us this season. He's been clutch and he's made some good field goals, but he's also fucked up an awful lot that I haven't forgotten about. And when we get to look at all the season tape at the end of the year, we'll be bringing in a couple of fresh legs during the offseason. Yeah.
Talked about the coaching adjustments that were made in game. What impressed you the most of what Dennis Allen did in the second half?
Well, yeah, I think you recognize some things that could potentially help us out, and our players brought it to life really at the end of the day. You know, he's coached a lot of football in this league. He's very smart. I think he does a great job of tweaking some things as we go through the game, tweaking some things as we've gone through the season, to help us out as much as we possibly can. And then it's up to the players to come through for us. And it was a good combination of both. I do think he adjusted a couple things, and I think our guys really brought that vision to life.
And you're facing
So we know that Jordan Love is a $55 million a year house of cards back there. And all we need to do is get a little bit of pressure on him, and that thing just folds, right? And we can't do that with just 4. So if you can't do it with 4, how can you get pressure? Maybe you try to bring 5. Maybe you try to bring 6. Well, that's what we did, and Matt LaFleur was so busy yucking it up with his $55 million house of cards on the sideline, saying on how good it is to have a lead, he forgot to look up at the scoreboard and realized his team was folding. So, yeah, that was the adjustment. We just little bit of pressure. That's all it needed.
team that plays indoors and a lot of warmer climates. When you were in Detroit, was that something you were wary of going outside to colder atmospheres?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in Detroit, you're outside to start with, and it's usually pretty cold this time of year anyway. So you could practice outside and try to acclimate yourself as much as you can. I think it's a good question for them, how they feel about that. I do know this will be the coldest game that they've played this year. That's something that I recognized, when we found out who the opponent was. But, I think the fact that Matthew Stafford has played well in cold games in his past, I don't know how much of an advantage that gives you over their passing game necessarily, but there's a lot of elements that go into a game like this.
So that was probably one of the stupid questions I've ever heard. Because, when I was coaching in Detroit and we knew we had to go play in cold weather, luckily we were in Detroit. So we'd practice outside where it's 12 below. Yeah. You consider that, and then you go out and practice outdoors. In Michigan, where it's freezing just as much balls there as it is in Chicago. God. And as for the Rams coming into town, look at, man, they're not going to be ready for this cold. And I looked ahead and I saw this. Okay, we're looking at -5 degrees when they come in here. They can come here a few days early and practice outside those few days, but that ain't going to have you ready when your toes start freezing up on the sidelines. You're not going to be ready for this, and I'm banking on it. Here's a little fun fact for you. Matthew Stafford has played in 4 games. In his time in the North, he's played 4 games where the temperature was 25 degrees or lower. That's it. Miraculous, right? That he played in the North for so long and he somehow escaped with only playing 4 games in sub 25 degrees. You want to know what his record is in those 4 games? 2-2. So I'm saying there's a chance. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. We're going to wrap this up. Woo.
I love that segment there. You tease next week's show. That's going to be a big topic for me, man. The
weather. It could matter, dude. I mean, these are West Coast guys, right?
Yeah.
What they're about to come into, can you look up what the current temperature is in Los Angeles right now? I bet it's a balmy 75 degrees. And they're about to come into the North Pole where it's going to be sub-zero. And the Bears just played a couple weeks ago in some sub-zero temps. Really frigid ass.
65 right now.
Oh, 65.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, they're not ready. Can you imagine? Like, say it's 8 degrees, say it's 7 degrees, and somebody's flying at you at 18 miles an hour. Bam! how shitty that must feel if you're from California. Woo.
Yeah.
Woo, boys.
All right. Well, we're starting to get towards the end, so I think we need to wrap up on how our playoff picks went, huh? We got Vanessa on with us, who was our guest picker this last week. So let's take a look here. So coming in at 4-2, that would be my co-host. Got the Rams, got New England, got Texas, and our beloved Bears correctly. You missed out on the Eagles and the Jags. Our guest picker, she did pretty damn well. 5-1.
5-1 for Vanessa.
Let her down from having a perfect week. She got the Niners in there. I also was 5-1. I had Eagles instead of the Niners, but I did trust in Josh Allen and did not trust in Trevor Lawrence. And Vanessa's talking some shit, man. Fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
In your face.
Anybody else watching the show should have went with Vanessa on those picks. You would have made some biscuits.
Yeah.
You would have made your bank account a little bit bigger.
I missed out on the Eagles as well. Maybe partially I was picking with my heart in hopes that we would have faced that dysfunctional team in Chicago. Think it would have been a much easier game than the Rams, but I don't think old Matthew Stafford and the Rams have fared too well in Soldier Field. So that will be fodder for our Sunday show. We got to figure out what time we're going on Sunday with that game starting at 5:30. And the afternoon game doesn't start until like 2. So do we want to get up early? I don't know. In all fairness, Matt helped out a little bit. Vanessa, nobody would ever know. Take the credit for yourself.
Yeah. You never read the 48 Laws to Power?
So
you take credit for those picks. All right, so it's the Matt and Vanessa picks. Wait a second. Didn't Matt pick the Packers to win? Let's not give Matt too much credit there.
Yeah,
I know you got to live with the guy, but
listen, women. Yeah, so we're gonna discredit old Matt there with going against the old blue and orange here.
Yeah,
as he was a Packer backer for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. No
We'll see
comments
who he picks.
to that one.
We'll see who he picks on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But Sunday, what's going to be a good time for us?
I think we could probably start an hour later than the usual time.
Okay. Go at 10.
Right.
Gives us plenty of time to put that dent in the couch.
That's right. Or something in the oven or something on the grill.
Yeah.
There's just a little more prep time for food. I'm going to be so nauseous, though, for this game.
Yeah.
Only because the stakes are higher now. Okay? Stakes are higher. Although they were very high with the Packers, it was a wild card round. So we beat our nemesis, and then, he's working on it.
Sorry, Vanessa. Dan says Matt's out of the family village. He's got to work his way back in. It would go a long way with picking the Bears this upcoming weekend. I'm just throwing that out there.
Just so you have a few days to think it, to mull it over.
He's going to have to sit at the kiddie table for more than just, a few holidays here. So, yeah. So keep an eye out, guys. It looks like we'll still go Sunday morning, so that we can thoroughly enjoy this NFL Sunday. It's a weird one, isn't it, man? Like only 2 games on. Later games, Saturday games are kind of interesting times as well. 3:30, which is good for me because I work a little bit later. She consulted the divorce attorney, recommended I stick it out for a little while longer.
Okay.
You probably said something along the lines that you two are a vested couple, right? Like you made it past the intro period, so you might as well tough it out because if one of you kick the bucket, you get his social security and everything too. So
I mean, not to mention what I mentioned earlier in the show. If he was a Bear or is a Bears fan as well and has been his whole life, you guys share a trauma bond. Don't give up. Don't give up too soon. Okay, Ben Johnson's going to make everything all right.
Listen, yeah, I'm fully on this. So you need to be there for him. You need to be that rock for him when he wavers. That's the importance of a spouse, right? You have somebody to lean on in times of weakness, in sickness, or in health.
Yeah.
Okay?
In victories or in losses.
That is true. Whether it be playoff or regular season.
Who would have thought everything Bear Show? Come here for marriage counseling.
That's right. We're here for you. Not only will we give you facts about our beloved team, but we also offer relationship advice. Maybe we can bring on a support person. Maybe one of our fans can be our version of the Dr. Phil, where he can help couples through their trauma bond to become one symbiotic being that roots solely for our beloved Chicago Bears.
That is beautifully said. Beautifully said.
Matt says, talk to him when you actually have a spouse.
Oh.
I mean, hey,
Oh.
you can't rush into things either. Just saying. So, anyway.
Singers. Got some
Oh, yo.
live ammo.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Live shots coming overhead. Whoa, wait.
But okay, so what? So an hour later than our usual time. So that's 10 Central.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's definitely out now. He's sitting out on the porch. Yeah, let's go. Let's plan on 10 Central. Guys, you can sleep in. For the crowd that decides to go talk to the big guy on Sundays, we'll start a little bit later for you so you could throw a few extra prayers up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It worked last week. All right. The Pope hopped on the phone and said, hey there, big guy.
Yep.
This isn't looking good, man. Can you flip that script a little bit, huh? And he went from having hot peppers on the beef to the sweet peppers of victory.
And made it a combo. We have for you here this delicious holy beef, the body of Christ. Or we have here this delicious au jus, the blood of Christ. Dip it in there, get it wet, baptize that sandwich, and they pulled off a victory.
Yes.
Alice be thy name. Yes.
Lifting up our Father who art in heaven, Alice be thy name.
How awesome. See? It's meant to be. I'm telling you, this whole shift, it's like a reality paradigm shift. Mm-hmm. We're here for it. We're alive for it. And this is just the beginning.
With having the Pope on our side, this truly is a mission from God.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the 42 that had joined us. Thank you for the comments today. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Don't forget to ding that bell so you know when we go live. Another big week coming up, isn't it?
It is.
We can.
But as fans, we can still revel and wallow all in this victory. I'm going to milk this until kickoff. Like an hour. Well, no, let's say when we do our show. That's when I'll be letting this go. this Packers victory, Packers loss. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it off. But until then, I'm riding this shit out. That's right, bear down. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.
I appreciate your willingness to dump this in a week, not me, my friend. I'm riding this thing all the way to kickoff against the Packers next year.
Oh, okay.
So-
That's hey, you know what? That's fair.
Yes.
Pause. I can pause it.
Yes. Fuck LA, 100%, baby. So
Okay.
make sure to join us 10 o'clock Central Time, Sunday. We will go live. Until then, bear down.